Japan, a land of neon-lit metropolises and a land of silent mountain forests where the toll of a temple bell reverberates across the mist. To see how this island nation preserves its deep spiritual history right next to modern technology, looking at a traditional flat map won't help. We have to tilt this map sideways and track the change in elevation. Because Japan is an entire universe of micro-worlds. As you climb higher into the topography, time seems to flow differently depending on which elevation band you explore. So what exactly happens when we leave the sea-level cities behind and ascend into the mountains? What kind of centuries-old engineering and cultures are waiting in the clouds? Altitude serves as the physical variable that has preserved these living time capsules. We begin our climb at sea level in the timeless city of Kyoto. The scale of historical preservation here is massive, with approximately 1,600 individual temples scattered across the lowlands. The most striking example is the stunning Golden Temple of Kinkaku-ji. The pavilion rises on 3 floors, and because each one is built in a different architectural style, the building physically narrates the evolution of Japanese architecture. Just outside these meticulously crafted temple grounds, the landscape explodes into the towering scale of the Arashiyama bamboo groves, vast acres of dense, natural verticality that border the lowlands. But to really see how geography shapes survival, we have to start climbing, and that physical ascent begins on the pathways of Fushimi Inari. Here, thousands of vibrant Torii gates, which are traditional Japanese archways, create tunnels that climb the mountain to an elevation of 233 meters, or 764 feet. Each individual gate stands as a physical record of a specific story, wish, or prayer. While the low-lying valleys are perfect for preserving grand spiritual monuments, seeing Japan's engineering ingenuity requires pushing higher, directly into the path of much harsher weather. Deep into the Shogawa River Valley, our altimeter hits 400 meters, or 1,312 feet. Up here, the environment changes drastically, bringing heavy winter snowfall to the hidden village of Shirakawa-go. To survive these conditions, the locals developed a highly specialized architectural style known as gassho-zukuri, referring to the steep, thatched roof houses designed to withstand heavy snow. Notice how these structures are assembled. The steeply sloping roofs are built entirely without nails. The entire frame is secured using only heavy ropes and precisely cut interlocking wooden joints. This specific profile is calculated to let crushing winter snow slide right off, and it beautifully mimics the shape of human hands joined in prayer. Shirakawa-go is a recognized World Heritage Site where residents maintain an active, continuously functioning agricultural system, complete with terraced rice fields. Inside these very structures, traditional labor continues exactly as it has for centuries, with locals cultivating mulberry leaves specifically for silkworm breeding. At 400 meters up, architectural ingenuity combined with generations of agricultural tradition became the ultimate tool for surviving total environmental isolation. We pushed the climb even further into the Japanese Alps, arriving at an altitude of 570 meters, or 1,870 feet, in the town of Takayama. Here, extreme alpine isolation acted as a natural protective barrier. It kept the historic commercial quarters of the Edo period, a distinct era of Japanese history running from 1603 to 1867, perfectly intact. When you walk through the Sanmachi-Suji district, the visual markers of that era are everywhere: dark wooden facades, straw and tile roofs, and characteristic wooden grills aligning the windows. And just like in the valleys below, this is active preservation. Many of these centuries-old buildings still house authentically functioning rice wine factories and historic craft shops today. But to grasp the ultimate scale of Japan's topography, we have to look toward its highest geographic peak, Mount Fuji. Towering massively over the landscape, this stark, snow-capped volcano anchors the entire island network. The isolation of these alpine zones turned towns like Takayama into well-preserved centers of Edo-era commerce, surviving at altitudes that kept modernization at bay. Bring our altimeter back down, rushing past snowy alpine roofs, through isolated valleys, and past the orange gates, we return to sea level. Here, in absolute stillness, you can process the journey at the Ryoan-ji Zen Garden, where expert hands patiently rake gravel around perfectly placed stones. The ancient engineering feats and shrines we've seen remain fully operational, serving as the functional centers of their communities today. This deep, living history beautifully coexists right alongside the fast-paced rhythm of a modern, cutting-edge society. It is an extraordinary geographical mosaic, where simply changing your elevation dictates exactly which era of history you step into. If you're ready to experience these locations yourself, click the video on your screen right now. I've put together a short guide showing you exactly how to access exclusive savings, so you can explore this country for a fraction of the cost. See you there.